Communications equipment. This is something that was easy enough 100 years ago when communications equipment all looked like this in the picture. It was all just telephone and nothing else. In 2021, it's a bit more complex, and quite frankly, it's a bit more difficult to really put your finger on and say that's communications equipment and that is not. So the definition says it's equipment for audio, video, and data, including power equipment and conductors that are dedicated solely to the operation of the equipment. Okay, so communications equipment basically starts at the equipment and can include interconnecting cables, things like that are solely for the operation of the equipment. The power circuit for the communications equipment is not communications equipment, it's a power circuit. So certainly telephone stuff, that would be communications equipment. Audio, video, data, a satellite dish ultimately would be communications equipment, although it's covered in Article 810 instead of Article 800 like most communications equipment. Today, though, when we talk about communications equipment, again, it's a bit more complex. We might be looking at a massive rack system like this. If you've ever been to a data center, you'd see miles and miles of communications equipment. Unfortunately, all the facilities that I teach at for data centers, they don't let me take pictures. So anyway, this would be another example of communications equipment. Things like the router in my house, that would be communications equipment as well. My computer would be communications equipment. Now, does the NEC really regulate my computer? Probably not. It's not really an installed piece of equipment. It just sits on my desk. The cables coming out of it, though, they hit a router and they go through a wall and all sorts of different things. That's installed equipment, and that has to comply with the NEC, specifically Articles 800 and 725.